Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Sengoku Gensokyo. Alright, where last left off, Hegan Guard's been getting set up, and we just declared war and attacked the human village. Let's go ahead and continue doing that madness, I believe. So let's attack. These guys actually have the human city actually only advantage is having a really high defense city. Our territory. It's like 310, which means it takes at least 4 attacks to take it out completely. So, let's go ahead and use you peoples. Rydal would be on range. Alice, you can be in mid. Alright. Hi. Okay. Who should we go after first? Probably the 2 people that are about to hit me. Alright, not too bad. Don't worry, it'll get a bit harder after we take the human village. Chronicles. Failed. Oh, wow, I didn't know it could fail. Now we actually have to do this a little slow because there's stuff involving Aya that needs to trigger. I mean, technically you don't have to do it, but if you don't do it, you will actually miss a chance of getting Aya. How are we health-wise? Oh, we're more than fine. Kira Fuyumuro. Alright. Good negotiation. Really high cost. Not much to her. She does have a special passive which allows her to do extra damage to yokai, which is actually kind of useful, telling the majority of the characters in the Touhou series is are yokai of some sort. Oh well, no worries. Go ahead and soften you up a little bit more. We'll go ahead and use you 3. Are close. Yo. Ah, Miss Marisa Kirasami. It's been quite a while. Whoa, you remember me? Once a reporter has investigated a lead, she never forgets. As if that's true. You failed to reveal the truth on who's the fastest in Gensokyo after all. Why, isn't it a fact? There wasn't anyone I left out, was there? The one right in front of you. I ain't gonna run from a battle on who's fastest. Let's settle this right here. A human is attempting to compete with me. This could be very interesting. Okay, I accept your challenge. Great, you better not throw a tantrum when you get beat. Ha, the eventual result is plain for anyone to see. That's it, I'm definitely gonna make you cry. So that's a little dialogue if you have Aya and Marisa fight. Ooh, we're gonna be a bit overwhelmed here, aren't we? Oh, and Mari's here. That's gonna be a bit rough. Oh wow, Wriggle's practically dead already. Oh, and Mary's, but, oh, there goes Wriggle. I definitely need to do something about you. Problem solved. Ow. Still winning. Getting really beat up though. Alright, well. Oh wow, you finally got to attack. We won, but did we lose Wriggle in the process? That's the question. Nope. Oh, but I leveled up. Alright, so this place is practically dead. Sorry, blowing in the mic there. Okay, takes care of all of that. Turn in. Wow, everyone seems to be working very hard. All the villagers who were able and willing to fight gather at the plaza every day for training. Aki happened to catch a glimpse of them while passing by and was quickly filled with admiration for them. Ah, good afternoon, Lady Aki. Are you out to do some shopping? Ah, yes. I am just about to return home. A young man nearby called out to her. She put down her bags of items she bought earlier down as she spoke. Probably because the heat of the midday sun had made her feel a little dizzy. Phew, it is rather warm today. Yes, it is. It must be hard on you, Lady IQ. Ah, yes. My body is not very durable, unfortunately. Would you like to join us? Training yourself will help you grow stronger to the effects of the sun as well. I'm afraid I'm not very good at physical exercise, unlike everyone else here. She politely turned down the invitation. She much preferred sitting at a desk with a pen in hand. I see. That's too bad. Aren't you fighting with Miss Keen and all of us too? Wouldn't that be dangerous? It may be, but I shall do my best as my body allows. Haha, alright. If things get dangerous, we'll protect you, so don't worry. Thank you very much. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to be heading back as well. See you again. The young man with a good physique waved goodbye and returned to the plaza. A tinge of envy started to develop within Aki upon seeing all the energetic youths training hard. They look like they are having fun. I am feeling a little jealous now. But I must not do anything too rash to ensure that the reincarnation goes smoothly. If by chance the person holding the legacy dies before preparations were complete, the reincarnation would not be guaranteed. And if the Hide family were to collapse, who would take over the Gensokyo Chronicles? But as impudent as my actions may be, it has been quite fun. A large-scale event occurring now may be more dangerous than training, but for Akio, who had never seen such a thing in her present life or her memories, it was an event that she had to participate in. Hey, did you hear? Or rather, did you read? About what? This thing was delivered to my house. Mercer's hand fidgeted with her skirt for a while before it eventually threw a rolled-up piece of paper towards Raymond. Ah, this. Where did you just pull that from? It was convenient. It's best for you to not think about it. From your reaction, I'm gonna guess that she came over here too. Uh-huh. She landed a clean hit on my head. She'd be sorry if my brain got damaged from that. Who knows? Maybe a good whack would make it work better. Okay, my bad. Now put that spell card away. You always love to say more than is necessary, don't you? Rainbow then stuffed the spell card back into her Shrine Maiden outfit through the neck. And where do you keep your stuff, huh? Well, that ain't a big deal anyway. More importantly, someone sure has a guts. She can't declare herself the fastest. Marissa exaggeratedly slapped the newspaper with the back of her hand as she spoke. Just when did someone have to get permission to talk about who the fastest was? It's not like that you have a monopoly on that title. Whatever you say, this line is definitely her way of calling me out. It's only gonna be right to take up on anyone who picks a fight with me. Well, feel free to do your best, as long as it doesn't become a headache for me. Remy thought that Marissa would act against orders when she was as fired up as that, so she readied a little motivation in the terms of a brandished needle to keep her in line. Okay, well, I can't take out the city just yet, so we're gonna go ahead and develop some more. That's not enough. That is though. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and develop this other place. Oh, I don't need to do that many. Let's there we go, and turn. Miss Keen, we have an emergency. Keen was at the elementary school enjoying the peace and quiet of after hours, but that calmness was broken to pieces by the worried voice of Akio. It's rare to see you so distressed, Lady Akio. What's going on? Please come with me and see for yourself. Hey! Alright, no need to drag me. Akio stopped trying to drag Keen along and instead started the run. Keen followed behind her, trying not to lose track of her. They quickly reached a place with a large crowd of people. Over there. What's happening here? They pushed her way through the people to the center. They could hear the voice of anger mixed with a certain familiar voice. They eventually reached the center and found Aya and some villagers quarreling. Why, you care to repeat that? As many times as you like. Weak humans will only be a burden on a superior yokai like myself. I do not need assistance from any of you. How dare you insult us like that? I'm in this army as a result of a fair trade that benefits both sides. I'm not obligated to care about what humans think. And don't you think you all being angry at my opinion is meaningless without actions to back it up? Do any of you think you can match my speed? Ugh. I'm not hearing any responses. See? Just me alone is enough. That's how it's been. This has clearly gone much too far. Hearing a few lines of this argument was more than enough to figure out why Akio was so worried. With a large sigh, Keen stepped up and stood firmly between the two parties. What do y'all think you're doing? Kindly stop at once. Ah, Miss Keen. Please listen, this yokai has been bad-mouthing us over and over. It is not bad-mouthing, I'm simply stating facts. Don't bother, I can only tell what's going on. Keen waved the villager away, grimacing. Whether she thought the matter was annoying or not, she did her best not to outwardly display it. Let's start with you. Keen swiveled towards Aya. Aya looked as proud and haughty as ever, full of self-confidence and belief that all she said was true. Reasons and objectives aside, it'll be a huge problem if you cannot cooperate with everyone involved in this event. Weak humans will only be a burden to me. Let me fight alone, and my effectiveness as well as our chances of winning will increase tremendously. Apparently she doesn't realize how that last fight went. That Berto has been like that the whole time, Lady Keen. She just keeps going on and on as she likes about how we're weak and useless. You do not address a lady so rudely, thank you very much. Ka ka! A crow sat on Aya's shoulders, presumably being her familiar. It crowed at the villager as if jeering at him. Damn it, even a crow is making fun of us. I know already, so quit it. Keen quickly held the two villagers back, not wanting the fight to restart. But what could be done? As she mulled over what to do, Aya made an interesting proposal. If you do not understand through words, then perhaps actions will work better. If the pin does not work, then let us move on to the sword. What do you mean? Let's play a game of tag. What? Aya's words caught Keen off guard, and all she and the villagers could do was blurt out a surprised response. Aya ignored all of them and continued with her proposal. I take great pride in my speed. I'm the fastest in Gensokyo, after all. I will not accept the thought of any one of you laying a finger on me. If a miracle happens and I am caught, I will be quiet and do as I'm told. But otherwise, I will continue to do as I please. Of course, you pick a game that you have the biggest advantage in. That's natural in the world of battles. Of course, I wouldn't lose to a human in any battle, but this will be more peaceful than a Danmaku battle or a fistfight. Well, that is reasonable, but you can refuse if you wish, of course, but I will treat it as a no-contest victory on my end. Aya's constant provocation, combined with most of the villagers being quite passionate, led to the villagers wanting to accept her challenge. They would not take her words lying down. Let's do this, we'll show you. Yeah, as long as Miss Keen agrees to it. Fine, as long as both parties agree to it, I'll allow it. But I want no further trouble regardless of who wins or loses. She's right, you all need to be obedient and listen to me. You think you've won already? You'll pay for that. I have only one rule. Neither side are allowed to leave the village for the duration of the game. Is that acceptable? Understood. Let's begin. I immediately took to the skies as the words came out of her mouth. She then sped downwards to hover right above the ground. The villagers tried to give chase, but she would fly upwards when they got close. Flying in the sky feels so good. Come down here, you. Whoops. The villager was about to grab her ankle, but a swift flight upwards easily dodged the attempt. Why, you? Such simple tactics won't work on me. Another villager tried to sneak up behind her, but she easily slipped away just as he was about to pounce. Wait, damn it! What kind of yokai would wait just because you told her to? Yet another villager tried to chase after Aya at full speed, but Aya simply left him in her dust. The gap between the abilities of the two sides was evident. It was like a battle between a man and a baby. Oh dear. This is not much of a contest at all. It's quite worrying, but there isn't much we can do. It was true that Aya was important to their war effort, but all of the cons she also brought with her made that practically meaningless. A proud Crow Tingo would normally never cooperate with mere humans. This is getting boring. You're all just wasting your time, you know. Shut up! 15 minutes had passed. Not a single one of the villagers were able to catch Aya. There were many curious onlookers at first, but they quickly lost interest and only Keen and Akio remained. Well, I suppose this was expected. No human can match a Crow Tingo's speed. But at this rate... Akio was worried that if this ended up as a complete victory for Aya, she would no longer listen to orders and act completely on her own accord. The villagers would not be amused, and the foundation of cooperation and understanding between humans and yokai would crumble away. At the very least, Akio wanted to avoid that outcome. Geez, no matter how hard you try, it's useless. Aya flew off in the distance in an instant, leaving her words behind. As Aya's figure shrunk smaller and smaller, the villagers similarly lost their willpower and energy to chase after her. And so it ends. Just when Keen and the villagers are about to give up, Akio unexpectedly opened her mouth. Miss Keen, may I lend my assistance? Ah, that shouldn't be a problem, but forgive my impoliteness, but I don't think you can do anything to help at this point. What Keen had said seemed all too true, but Akio answered with a worry-free smile. I believe we spoke about this matter before. The difference between victory and defeat is knowledge. So just leave this to me. Excuse me, everyone. As a plan began to form in Akio's mind, she called the surprised villagers over and gave each and every one of them a specific set of instructions to follow. I have... So everyone will... I see. Will we really be able to pull that off, though? I do not know. And we'll never know if we do not try. I will be right back, Miss Keen. With those words, the people that Akio instructed went off in different directions. Akio herself ran off to somewhere unknown as well. How boring. Y'all wouldn't even be able to beat a newborn baby Tingo like this. Aya was floating at the sky over the edge of the village, idly grumbling. The thought of humans possibly beating her never crossed her mind, but she expected them to put up a much better fight. Perhaps I should have talked with Miss Akio from the beginning and avoided all this silly nonsense. Aya started talking to her crow familiar nesting on her stomach. The crow replied with a cry, but then it started flapping its wings furiously. Huh? What's wrong? Ah, hey, wait! The crow ignored Aya's orders and shot like an arrow to its target. Aya chased after it and discovered a glittering light on the ground that had caught its attention. As the crow approached the light, the closely following Aya identified its glass fragments and a ball made of glass, presumably a children's toy. The crow happily picked them up with his beak and played with them. Now, don't be greedy, you'll embarrass me. I don't remember these things being here, though. Ah! Now! Aya realized something was odd and tried to grab her crow and return to the sky, but a net was already falling from overhead. The crow's feet and wings became entangled as it cried pitifully. Ah, jeez, you deal with that yourself. There! Heck! Aya gave up on saving the crow and was about to take to the skies again when another net was thrown at her. She just barely dodged it and was trying to regain her composure when... How do you like this? Wait! Gah! A third net was thrown right after her. Aya could not escape, and her ankle became entwined around the net as they both fell to the ground. She hurriedly tried to free her ankle, but someone grabbed her from behind. There. You are caught. Victory is ours. That was quite a battle. The villagers surrounding Aya erupted in cheers and shouts of joy as Keen and Akio declared their victory. But Aya was still unable to accept her defeat and started to protest loudly. This kind of sneak attack is unfair. It's so sly. A loss is a loss. Take your defeat with grace. I did not lose. No one was able to catch up to me. Get over yourself. What? It may well be true that individually humans are no match for you. That is only the case in a one-on-one matchup. Oh, but you see, no matter how strong you are, if the enemy has numbers and brains on their side, you will be exposed like just now. Power alone means nothing. Oh. Okay. Fine, I lost. So now, you shall fight alongside the villagers without any complaints, understood? Understood. The proud Crow Tingo never go back on our promise. I had managed to force the words out. The surrounding villagers went wild at our admission of defeat. Aya could not go against them any longer, so she instead directed her anger at the crow that still caught in the net. You stupid crow! How could you fall for such a simple trick? I'm going to sell you to a grilled chicken stand. Dear me. I have to admit, though, that was quite a plan, Lady Akio. Yes, I asked everyone to look for items that reflected light to act as a lure. It is the nature of a crow to be attracted to light, after all. It would be nice if she learned from this experience. The villagers, Akio, and even Keen would have no chance of winning a direct one-on-one fight against Aya. But that is why allies and knowledge exist. Without both of those, Aya would have not been caught. Yokai were generally loners who preferred to work alone. To Keen, humans being the exact opposite was what made them wonderful. Okay. Now we can take them out. I believe that's the only event you need to trigger. Because if you don't trigger it, you won't have Aya as a prisoner when you finish the fight. I believe. Just in case, I'll save. Alright. I usually like to, if I'm like really close to a level up, I like to spend the money to go ahead and just trigger it, because any experience that goes over a level up is wasted. So it's a good idea to pay attention to things like that. Everyone else seems to be good to go. Alright, let's finish this off. We'll use these people. Close, medium. There we go. Sheesh. I attacked twice before we even got an action. Oh yeah, Ai has a special ability. I don't remember exactly what it is. I think it's like a melee attack that forces the opponent backwards. Like you'll hit them, and then Aya will move away from them a step. Something along those lines. Alright, that takes care of you. Oh, they all got buffed. Rally is a group buff. I don't remember exactly what stat it does, though. Probably shouldn't melee. Keen and Aki work well together, so they do get buffs. I should have healed with Horaidol. That's my bad. That ends the fight. And we got ourselves a prisoner. Ugh. I can't fight anymore. The pen has lost to the sword. This took practically all of our strength too, you know. The human-centric army of the village fought bravely, but resistance was futile against Reimu's group. Reimu herself stood triumphantly in front of the three who were dejectedly on their knees. So I suppose that makes the village mine now. Why I can't lose now. I won't let you do as you wish, as you want with the village. Geez, you still want to fight? No, any further action is pointless. I accept our defeat. But I won't let you lay a finger on the village. Do what you want with me, just... No, the responsibility is mine to begin with. If you are going to take a head, it should be mine. I'll most definitely let the whole of Gensokyo know about this Shrine Maiden's cruel and violent undertakings. I'm not going to do any of that. Eh? You're not going to execute us? Don't be fooled. The Hakurai Shrine Maiden conspires with yokai to extort money from innocent humans. She even sometimes uses them as food and... Hold it. You're supposed to be a journalist, not a fiction writer. Ah, jeez, this is all too annoying. The village is mine, and you're all prisoners, got it? So it's the end. Please don't eat us. Griddle Crow isn't tasty in the slightest. Good grief, I'm not going to eat you all. Thus, the human village fell under Reimu's jurisdiction. Yay! And we got Keen, Akio, and Aya. Perfect. So, let's go ahead and deal some... see what we got for prisoners. We got Aya at level 14. She has 9 speed. She has decent, good ranged attack. She actually has above average melee. Her physical defense is very low. And she actually has really good res. She does have... Of course, all these characters have really high cost as well. Alright, well, let's start with negotiations, maybe? Okay, I know what to do. Let's see. Oh, in special abilities, One God Fan, a melee attack that puts her user at F range from the target. So yeah. So if anyone that tries to close in on her, she has an ability that allows her to get away from them, which is actually rather useful. Halves a single enemy's defense and wisdom. That's what Chronicles does. It can miss though, but that's actually really powerful. Akio doesn't have anything besides a lot of magic defense. The rest is she's just a really good negotiator. Keen. History Concealer increases all allies' defenses, but will will end up stunning herself. Keen's pretty much above average in everything except speed. And yeah, that's about it. So let's go ahead and start in order. I want to get Akio first. Ah, Miss Reimu and Miss Rosa. It has been quite a while since we met like this. We've been meeting a whole lot though. Or a whole lot, I thought. Ah, I meant in terms of having a normal conversation. I suppose there isn't any time to drink tea and have a leisurely chat on the battlefield. So, are you done with the Gensokyo Chronicles yet? Ah, it's not quite complete yet, but I believe the finish line is within sight. Awesome. Make sure you write about all the amazing stuff I've been doing lately too. Of course. Don't forget to write about me either. Anyway, putting that aside, I wanted to ask if you would join... Certainly. What? The Gensokyo Chronicles is still lacking information on Lady Yukari's proposal for this conquering game. I believe this event requires a record to remain of it for my future incarnations, so I shall be glad to assist you for the remainder of its period. Oh, so basically you need more material. Yes, please do your best so that I can have excellent data to work with. Geez, it feels like our roles are reversed. And we got Akio. She'll be great for, like I said, negotiations. Next, we can try getting Keen. Question is, do I have enough? Yes, I do. Alright, I'll join. Huh? The two of them weren't that different in the end, but Keen still agreed far quicker than Reimu had expected. What's with that look on your face? Well, I didn't think you'd agree to fighting alongside us so easily. Normally I would object to this whole matter and not participate. Indeed, but I have things I must ascertain for myself. What things? That yokai known as Yukari Yakumo. She must have some hidden agenda to come up with this game so suddenly. At this stage, it's impossible to tell what she's planning, and I cannot allow the villager, no, I cannot allow Gensokyo to be harmed by her plotting. I think you're overestimating her. She loves to get everyone involved in her little games for the most meaningless of reasons. I would be glad if that were the case. And to confirm that for myself, I'll help you all out for now. I still think you're worrying too much about it, but as long as you're joining us, whatever works for you. Let's work well together. Alright, we got ourselves Keen. And we don't really have enough to get Ai just yet, so we need 19 for her. But we do have some new characters with us. More than enough to actually make some full teams. Alright, what else can we do? We have not enough res to actually do anything, so I guess we'll do some talking. Let's talk with Alice? Yeah, let's go talk to Alice. Actually, I probably should go ahead and call this a video before this goes on much longer. So, I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this was Sengoku Gensokyo. When we come back, we'll see what Yuuko's doing. See you guys later.